it was. Wheelies, I went over, looped it completely yesterday, broke my rear fender, put a video out on how I fixed that. Basically stitched it up using zap straps. But anyway, I just wanted to get back out here as soon as I could and start practicing again. Because what I don't want to do is overthink it or be worried about looping the bike. I don't think that'll do anybody any good. So today's all about just some slow wheeling, throttle control, clutch control, try to practice popping it up and stuff like that. Mostly not because I care about being able to wheelie for a long distance or anything, but because I want to have that type of a skill for obstacles, logs, and be confident in my throttle and clutch control. And then I'm not going to spin it over backwards, as well as really learning to use the rear brake. If I had that down as muscle memory yesterday, when it started to come back, I would have tapped the rear brake and it would have brought the front end down. So I got to work on that big time. So that's what I'm going to do today. I am using the clutch to pop it up for the slow wheelies. I like to power wheelie in higher gears when I'm going a bit faster. One thing I've noticed though is that I'm able to get the bike up with all of this practice a lot easier, and it's not a surprise. So when I first started, it's like every time I popped the clutch, I didn't know how high the wheel was gonna go. I didn't know if it was gonna come up. I didn't know how much throttle to give it. And then when it came off the ground, it was almost instant panic. And then it was like, oh my God, grab the clutch, hit the rear brake if I could remember to do that and put it back down. Now it's very, I mean, I'm not a great wheelier, but it's very much more under control, and like I don't get, you know, like an increased heartbeat every time the wheel comes up. So I think that's a sign of progress. You know, sometimes the idea with a slow wheelie here is that you don't ride it out with speed, right? Like you don't have to, you have to crank the throttle and ride out to the top of the gear. The idea is as slow as possible to be on that balance point and just be using the throttle and the rear brake to kind of control. So I'm not there yet, but that's where I'm hoping to get to. My next big thing to work on here is getting it up closer to the balance point initially, and then not freaking out. So I get it up there every once in a while, then I have a little bit of a freak out and pull it right back down. So that was a rear brake dab right there, no clutch. Again, probably didn't need the rear brake, that's the thing, but you got to train the muscle memory, because when you need it, it's too late to think about it. That one felt all right. Every once in a while, one comes where I think maybe to myself, gosh, you could just remember while you're up there to do a few things like tap the brake and, you know, give it a bit more throttle. You might be able to ride that one out a bit longer because it feels good. That one came up exactly where I want it to, nice and straight. I have a tendency to go left on the slow wheelie for balance. The fast wheelies are easier to balance, obviously. Yeah, that one rode it out. So keep the wheel up by giving it more throttle, but too much. And basically ride the gear out until you over rev it. I'm definitely not at the point where I'm shifting gears in a wheelie, that's for sure. There, that one came up nice, really nice. Thank goodness for the fan on this. Running 214 right now, that's when the fan kicks on. It's not that crazy hot out yet. Anyway, it'll come. A couple hours a week practice so far is all I can fit in. Homeward bound. Again, that's kind of the big one. Being able to do stuff like that over loops, right? Pull that front end right up. Woo. Keep that front end from dipping down into that stuff, man, I tell ya. You just kind of skip the rear end over loops and ruts and good to go. That little log back there is almost at 45 on that trail. And it's not high, but if you hit it the wrong way, it will kick your bike out from underneath you. It was raining one day and I hit that. Didn't get it on camera, unfortunately. My bike looked like a frisbee. The rear end caught it on an angle and just spun out. The whole thing just went for a bit of a flight. Stop sign. And then, up on the road. God, I love this bike. Check out the Franken bike. Oh, wheelies.